topic is was brought up because he is recently 5 years old, about as old as I am. So, that's all I've ever done was online. Talked about what people thought about it, liked it or they didn't like it. Interesting conversation. But everyone wants to know that I am not a teacher. I'm trying to think I'm just hosting and talking because I'm a slow learner. Great time. First question here is, modern internet is cluttered with pop-ups, paywalls, sponsored posts. Does visiting Wikipedia feel like stepping to a digital museum as it used to be, or does it show us the rest of the web has just gone down the wrong path?
Let
Um,
me
oh, go ahead.
let me see the questions here because it's not over the on the chat box.
I could.
Can you send through the video to. Okay. Okay.
There's more.
Let's go to the question. Good evening, Jared.
Here's what you think. So the question is, as it says, the modern internet is cluttered with pop-ups, paywalls, and sponsored posts. Visiting Wikipedia feel like stepping to a digital museum as the internet used to be, or does it show us the rest of the web has just gone down the wrong path? My personal experience is that the internet has mostly been slow or like the content is behind fake and misinformation. Well, Wikipedia information is not accurate. It can be very bad to see like trying to find some information from news sources or your technical documentation, things like that. It's just ads. It takes a while to view any content on the website. Of course, it makes sense for a business to charge for buying a service. Maybe it's really free because there's servers and people working on it. I think that back then, I think the idea of the internet was going to be just a interconnection of networks that allow people to spread lots of knowledge, teach and learn topics, and bring everyone together. While it may have brought a lot of people closer together, there's a lot of things with AI these days. There tends to be a lot of AI generated content, pictures, videos, text that just makes no sense. I think it would be some like at least a perspective of what the internet was originally envisioned to be like. I think it's kind of like looking at it from that perspective. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, the question is so interesting because it makes me think about how do we use the internet today, and this is something so interesting because it's like a place that you went to um, to get inside, and we have a lot of questions here. One of them is the technology itself, like the possibility to make connections, to be with you, for instance, um, to go for what you want in an objective way. But in the other hand, we have the so-called World Wide Web. It's like a web, a spider web, where you can find a lot of things, a lot of junk, um, um, uh, uh, matters, and of course we are so invaded by ads, by of course uh, paywalls and sponsored posts, and when we use, for instance, social media, that's all that we could see. But besides uh, this huge quantity of ads, we have the possibility to be like into a library. It could be like a digital museum where you could search for anything you want or everything you want. But this brings us an interesting question. But I think just a few people use the internet as they should, because they are really invaded by questions and bias in any sense, and they don't use the internet as they should, like researching and studying and having connections and having good times. Of course, when we talk about internet, we have the WhatsApp communication, we have the emails, we have web page that you could show yourself or show your company. It's like a huge directory, like the ancient phone book. It's like it's almost the same. It's like it's talking about Wikipedia, but it's like the ancient Barça as I had at home, the Britannia Encyclopedia that I had at home. I still having this encyclopedia in my office. Sometimes I look at the encyclopedia because it's so interesting to see how it was in the past. But it's so interesting. I think we are mm, really we are driven by this kind of uh, a way to be seen as just consumers and buyers and people that spend a lot of money um, in the internet, and it's a pity because it is a nice tool, and people should use in a better way. You can see I have friends, and I don't see they using the internet as adults. It's something like I am passing just to see the news and just to see the gossips and just to see the blah 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 bullshit, and it's a pity because you can do a lot of things here in the internet, and they don't have this kind of. Yesterday, I was talking with a friend about the we have that Germany or German word that it's Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist is the spirit of the time. So in Portuguese, espírito do tempo. And what shocks me is the young people. I don't know if young people, but everybody, they don't have this desire to search about their fathers and and the relatives in the past, and where uh, they came from a certain place, their past. And it's the same when we are talking about the internet, because they don't well, I am so interested in my grandfather past, in my grandfather past, my Spanish branch, my Portuguese part, and people, they are not curious about that, and I feel sorry about that. And it's the same here when we talk about the internet. They don't use the internet in a good way. I think so. That's it. But unfortunately, we are driven by the commercial interests, and they are being catch in this kind of um, trap. That's it for me, Jared. What do you think about that?
I yeah, I think that the way that people use the internet has evolved from simply using it to learn and communicate uh, about maybe technical stuff, or like being able to share scientific discoveries, to being just having what they call flame wars. People on the internet just, talking bad about each other, insulting each other, instead of having anything beautiful or productive or interesting. It's people just constantly showing conflict online. Like they manage to put drama into every situation, like on any social media platform. Um, People getting angry at just titles of the content instead of actually looking at the content. They read the title and that's it. They base everything off of that, and it's just I have a feeling that people have used it in the wrong way. Instead of learning and growing and having this beautiful knowledge base and have everyone just work together, it ends up splitting people apart. And it's tragic. Um, the next question here is: almost no other major platform today runs on free labor. If Wikipedia were invented today in 2026, would people still be willing to work for free, or has the hustle culture of the creator economy killed that spirit? Um, I think um, Wikipedia is something that was it was created at a right time where the internet was, it's there. It was pretty commonplace, but web pages were very in their infancy. There weren't that many um like these big websites that consumed it's not just 3 4 main websites that people visit anymore. It's back then it was you just when you searched on the web, um you could you just looking and exploring through a vast sea of different web pages that led you to some mysterious places, and Wikipedia was there, and it people were more explorative of the internet. Well, nowadays people are only seeing only a few websites because of big social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like just the main ones that people see. Um, with that, people are now looking for profit into any sort of content. People make content for videos, they live stream, um, they on on different platforms like Twitch, or they have. YouTube content. Everyone like has to find uh, that hustle culture. But and if Wikipedia were made today, it would be probably behind a paywall from some company or some, and there would still be. It may or may not be volunteer work. It would probably be just employees, just kind of like Encyclopedia Britannica. Just it would just be employees and researchers that would fill in the gaps, and it would be behind a paywall, and it wouldn't have the same impact as it has today. Some things are beautiful when they are created out of just pure passion and for knowledge and for just the freedom of use, and that's what it's surviving 25 years of through all these changes with technology. It's pretty incredible that something like that can still exist in modern times. What do you think, Marcel? You're muted right now.
Oh, excuse me, Jared. Well, I don't like this termination hustle culture because I don't think it's something related to to this hustle culture. I think we have some kind of realities here. One of them in the beginning of the internet, it was I think 1996, 97, and I can remember I've started in BBS as a bulletin board service. It was like a prompt just on without Windows, or it was it's like a DOS uh, screen, and we could talk to other people. It was magic when we could talk to a person in another country. And when the internet started, you can remember, we had to pay both the internet provider and the internet service. You can remember, for instance, American Online. You can remember other internet providers. So you had to pay for the company that could provide you the network itself, and you have to pay under this kind of portal, a American Online. You are inserted in this kind of reality, and we didn't have any other uh, way to use the internet. We have to pay. In Brazil, we have other universe online. It's not. It's like American online. It's the same. And sometimes they realize that we didn't have to use this kind of portal and or door or gate, and we only had to pay the for the service, and we could be under. It's like when you go to a hotel and you have to check in that. It's like it's the same. You had a password, you have to pay, and if not, you couldn't enter the internet. That's why we had the internet during the 90s. And then it was free, and everybody could enter, just paying for the service. We didn't have 5G or 3G or 2G, and it was so different. The internet was like through the telephone line. We had to dial a number, and we had to pay for that. It was so expensive. So everybody used to enter the internet at night or during the night. And of course, we had a lot of free services, like a lot of free softwares, a lot of free services. But I think this is because people they didn't have money when working through the internet. It's like a way to show the service that they could sell you offline. Like for instance, if you wanted to buy, for instance, the AutoCAD software, they were able to show you a lot of features and benefits, but you had to pay for that CD and you have to install into your machine because the internet was so slow and you couldn't use that service online. And what's going on over there nowadays? We have the software as a service, so we pay for everything today. So that's why we have this kind of hustle culture. I think I can't imagine a person entering Wikipedia to help Wikipedia with texts, and it's like losing the time without being paying for that. So I think we are living in another world. The internet is something like a store. It's like we have the marketplace where everybody is over there and you have to buy for something, and that's it. Everybody is earning money here in the internet in any way, but I don't think it's a hustle culture. Yeah, I think it's like we have to survive. Today for instance, the retail, they are losing consumers. You go to a store, you can see the tennis shoes, and what happened? You search the internet, you have a better price, so you buy through the Amazon, and what's going on with the retail person? They are going to fail. They are going to break, and that's it. I think we have this another kind of economy we have now. I think it's like it's not killing the spirit of the internet. It's something that the internet nowadays is our real world. That's it. I think this is so easy to understand.
Well, I think you are correct, and especially on the fact that I think with that I can add on to that the internet probably wouldn't have be as big if it weren't for people and businesses coming to it. If there was like no profit to be found on the internet, then I would assume that no one would show as much interest into it. Um, big things, like big well-known things, become the way they are because people put money into it. There's billions and probably trillions of dollars getting passed around on the internet. Um, products being sold, um, services, software as a service, um, like you said, and all these people spent so much money on these data centers and servers and to allow all this to grow the way it has become. But it could have not have happened unless people found a way to make profit. So while uh, it's great to see a platform like Wikipedia being made from people's time spent looking for information, updating information over time. There's like hundreds of thousands of people that make edits actively, and it's all through people's time. And but it's just not everything could work out in a full free context. Like everything, that things need to have investment, and there needs to be business to be found. Next question is: social media comments are often toxic. Wikipedia's talk pages, where editors argue, are often surprisingly civil and productive. I mean, it depends, but I think I don't think everything is always civil in any platform. What is Wikipedia doing right that other online discussions are doing wrong? Well, I do think what creates more civil discussions and productive discussions is when people are trying to ensure, like, their one goal is to have the closest to a factual page. Like if you have an article on a type of molecule, you want to have the most accurate information about the molecule and what it who came up with who found this molecule, discovered that this molecule has this function. You have to grab from many resources. People just discuss what is the credibility of these resources. Um, what should be added, what should be changed or moved, what's irrelevant to the main point. Uh, it's while most social media content are toxic because it's just people arguing on many sometimes useless things. Like it's pointless arguments online, but when you're trying to get accurate information, people want to work together, find the accurate information, and people love that. That's people, even though they don't get paid for it, they probably just love to spend their time making sure that readers, when they want to read something, that they get the correct information. Um, so, what do you think, Marcelo? You muted.
Was muted. It's different from social media, of course. Social media, we have only, well, a lot of people over there, and they are not specialists in nothing, so they are just uh, s- uh, writing comments about free comments and sometimes fake news, and it's so different. I think when you are able to enter Wikipedia and make comments through the stock page, I think we have this kind of filter. It's different. People that are able to write under Wikipedia uh, uh, subjects, they are allowed to do that. It's so you can comment. You can. We have editors. We have people that could make this kind of filter to turn that comment or article into something productive or civil. And it's so different from uh, the social media itself as we have today. One idea that I can think about it is, well, when you watch an YouTube video, when you watch a TikTok video and Instagram, the guy, the producer, is paid for that something. You have um, monetization of that content, and it could be something interesting in Wikipedia when you have the opportunity to be serious, to make serious comments and to turn all the answers better and more accurate, as you've said. And I don't know, but without money, I think we have few people doing that, doing this kind of collaboration. I think internet is less collaborative than before because they are not interested in doing this kind of help because even though they don't believe that the people are really reading the articles because people are so interested in so many useless things. So I think we have another problem. We have dumb people. That's the reality. They are not interested in being more clever or more um, uh, not culture, but culture is like walking is culture, but um, a more we have this word is um, well, I forgot the word, but it's more erudite, so more academic, more. I think we need these people. We need these people to run a lot of things that we have here. And when we have a lot of dumb people that are driven by blah blah blah, you can imagine what's the future. Young people that they don't know nothing. They know that they think that they are able to learn difficult matter in 15 minutes. So it's impossible. So people they are not going deeper in their studies and in. I can see here through TalkNTalk. We are just you and me, and you can see I am here. I have this growth. I achieved this kind of. I heard the other day a guy that told me that he's like a native. Come on, guys. You don't know. I've been learning English for 20 years. So you are a native in 6 months? Come on, guys. You don't know what's being a native. So this is what we are seeing now. And they don't realize what's going on. And for me, it's so crazy, this kind of behavior.
It's hilarious, and people are. I think people just don't think before they like talk or message on the internet. They uh, they need a there's need a lot more critical thinking, more emotional, maturity around the internet. Because like I think a lot of younger people are introduced to the internet too young of an age. Uh, so like they end up getting fed all this like information that is meant to anger, meant to get your emotions up because it's a lot of it's just not real. A lot of it's just it's bad information, and people don't know how to distinguish what what's good, credible information and what's not incredible, credible. So they start like making these bold claims and have these arguments with people over something that's completely pointless. I think that it's not the internet mostly. I don't think it's the internet needs to change. I think it's the people. It's the people that need to change. The next question here is Wikipedia is rarely the first to break news. It waits for sources, and a world obsessed with instant updates is slowness actually Wikipedia's most valuable feature. I don't think it's slowness. It's just waiting. I think it's something you appreciate when you try. If they're trying to get the most information and most credible information as possible before putting it on a page, making a whole page about it, because it, it's not Wikipedia is not a news site. It's not meant to be a news site. It's meant to be an encyclopedia where people go for information with with the closest to neutral point of view you can get. Um, sometimes it brings up topics from both sides on issues, but it generally tries to be as neutral as possible. And to be neutral as possible, you need to get from sources that also try to get as neutral as they can, and to cover find sources that cover the most of information of the stories and events that happen. It's a I think people need to stop and wait and for more information before coming to a conclusion because it's things. information, especially like breaking news events, like you get all like hundreds of like websites just popping up with stuff that, and you don't know what is what's going on. You don't know all the details, and you just have to wait until more information is gathered. Of course, if you are, uh, I think it's just all you have to do is wait and wait for more information. Not everything needs to be fed in. All the information be fed at once. It's like you gotta eat your food like one bite at a time, not trying to stuff it down. You let it digest. So I think Wikipedia tries to do what it cans to be is neutral, and I appreciate that. Barcelona, what do you think?
Yes, it brings me to the previous question about they are in a hurry, so they want information so fast, and this is something that a encyclopedia couldn't do because it's like you said, you have to digest the facts, you have to digest the questions, and it's not up to date daily. It's not a newspaper. It's not. Uh, it's like, for instance, you could make this kind of analogy. You have the newspaper, New York Times, every day, every moment. A newspaper is is a product that gets older so fast in few minutes because they print a new a a something so with so impact, and in few minutes it could change, and that's why they could have the second edition, the third edition, the fourth edition. Is We had in the past the the newspapers that were released during the morning, and others during at the beginning of the afternoon, because the vespertine newspapers. And we had the Time magazine. It's like 1 week of news digested with more deeper than the leads. The lead is who, why, when, um, what, and that is another question. Five. You have to answer 5 questions to have the lead in a newspaper, and then you have the annual book with more digestion, and that's it. I think people nowadays, they are so good in soft skills and they are not good in hard skills. That's the reality. They are so talkative. Everybody is a teacher, everybody is an answer, everybody is a journalist, everybody is filmmaker, everybody is everybody. And I don't they are not interested in this kind of uh, mature questions, and more profound questions and deeper questions, as we could see among the Wikipedia and other books. They don't read books. They don't read books. Well, a book is a book, so a person uh, is not able to write a book in 15 minutes or 1 month. I think it took 6 months. I don't know, but um, it's different. And of course, this kind of world obsessed by with instant updates is, of course, it's different. And I don't know if uh, they uh, they have this kind of um, um, book in high level. They don't want this kind of, I don't know. They even most people they don't even know what is Wikipedia. So it's so difficult for. It's like an old-fashioned website. So that's it. People are not interested in that, and they are not able to read. They are not able. Even we are losing our ability to write. We are losing our ability to develop ideas because it's so difficult. I can't see that, and this is something that I struggle with my my kids and my family and with my friends. And well, I have this meeting, daily meeting in breakfast with friends and 5, 6 people. And well, we talk about soccer, we talk about women, we talk about everything. And one day the guy went with Big Brother. No, 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 come on. If you bring Big Brother to this table, I wouldn't be here. I'm gonna leave. No, come on. We have to talk about serious issues, and they are not interested. I see people. They went to they left the university. They are engineers. They are professors. They are uh, physicians, and they are so superficial. It's for me so dangerous. We are gonna see something wrong in the future.
Yes, and you bring a very good point. I think this is all because someone who's like very hyper focused and knows one topic very well does not make them very well versed in other topics, like you said. Like that's when people mistake um those with PhDs in the U.S. Like they think someone with a PhD is automatically a very smart, well spoken on all topics, but that's not necessarily true. Someone could be just very good at math or a specific science, um, research, but that doesn't make them very good in something like politics or something to do with news or legal advice. No, they just they're just hyper focused, and that's what they have only done for so long. People I appreciate more are the ones that uh, are educated in many subjects. They try to actively, take the time, research, check credible sources, you know, may just learn multiple subjects. Uh, maybe have they don't really hyper focus on one. Like for example, Marcelo, you studied many subjects, so you have more broader knowledge on many things than someone who's only learned one specific thing. So and I and it's good to have general knowledge. I think that's what what most you know when kids grow up learning how to be more well rounded. Like I've said in a previous immersion, and they need to be more well rounded. They need to read books. They need to learn, find ways of how to learn, and know what is good information, what's misinformation. Yeah, so that's basically everything. As for that's all the main questions for today. Marcel, what do you think about the whole topic today?
Well, I loved the topic. It makes us think about something so interesting, and we could talk about a lot of things here. And I am so talkative, and I want to show my point of view, and you have a very interesting point of view, because you are so well educated, and you can make these conversations so in a high level. And well, I think we could bring some. The questions are so interesting here. Sometimes in here in Talk and Talk we have so not so good topics, but it's normal. We it's so difficult for us to find out good topics. It's not an easy thing. But this kind of topic, it's so interesting. It makes me think about other thing. I can in my mind I can look for some movies about what we talk here today, and this is something so interesting to me to be here. Not only in order to practice my English, but to talk about interesting issues and topics, and make us think about something that in a normal day, in the daily basis, we wouldn't think about that. And this is so interesting. I think this is a very good opportunity to not just to be in touch with the language, but with the it's like a philosophical class to me. That's it, Jordan.
Thank you, Marcelo, for coming forward and talking with me. You always have very great perspective on many different things. I appreciate you always coming and trying to come to. I hope I see you next week. Um,
See you, Jared.
I hope you have a great evening.
Have a great evening, and take care with the cold time. Bye bye.